Then what I felt this, it feels like a long fingernail, and it scratched all the way from my back, through my backpack, to the, like, diagonally across my back.
Is anyone here? What did you find?
You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.
My first encounter actually occurred when my family shifted to a place in Novena, and then it was broad daylight. I was in my brother's room and reading newspapers on the floor, and then when I turned my head, right, I literally saw this face coming out from the wall, and I was like looking at it. At that point in time, right, I was actually an extreme skeptic, and that experience actually totally changed my world. On one hand, one side of my brain is trying to rationalize it and then try to figure out, like, this can't be happening, and then the other side is like, oh my god, this is happening. But what happened is, like, we got into a staring contest. I think it was also trying to, like, oh shit, this kid can see me. Then am I imagining things? The last thing it did was, like, it smiled and then it creeped back into the wall. Okay, what just happened? That was also my first taste of a proper paranormal experience. Then I started to, like, there's more going on in our world than I had thought. Though I didn't really go into it as well. I just, like, half-hearted. It's like, maybe it's just something. Yeah, just let it bake for a while in the brain, and then, like, continue on with my life. My dad brought me to a meditation class, so that's when I started to practice more. And then as I practiced more, started to have more experience. Let's get to my next big life-changing experience. My mother was very ill. She's very old, not ill, old. There was a dark entity in the house, and it always goes after me or my grandmother. So we'll be taking turns. And this went on for a really long time, and it always occurred at this time, like about 2, 3 a.m. There was once I saw, like, a shadow that my grandmother was stabbing at. She's very old already, and yet she has the energy to climb on her bed, and then she was stabbing at something that all of us cannot see. Her response to it is very vivid and lively. You can't sleep at all. And then it's like, get very tired and just get very anxious and very, like, what's going on? You're tired, you go to work, you can't concentrate at work and stuff like that. So what happens to me when it comes after me is I'll get sleep paralysis. Actually, almost every time I'll be panicking inside, and then I'll be experiencing, like, immense panic. It feels like you're actively drowning but you can't get out of it. And then this went on for enough time trying to tell myself, that's it. Whatever we want to do, you do. I'm not going to care anymore. I'm just going to sit at home, just like, whatever. And this was the tipping point for me, because that night it came after me. So as usual, you go into the sleep paralysis and you start to panic. I already told myself, I'm not going to care anymore. I'm not going to feel any more of this shit, or for whatever you are. Then that was at the point where I started to realize, why am I still feeling all this overflow, this massive emotion? Then I realized, it's not me. It's actually the entity's emotion. Imagine if I was the entity and I'm feeling this my entire existence, then, oh my gosh, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. That was the point where I actually teared. That's when it lifted off. And then you can feel like something just changed. The whole atmosphere just changed. You can feel like the whole, like, I came out of my paralysis. It gradually just left. I came out of my paralysis and I woke up drenched in sweat. But you feel like, oh, I think it's over. And then subsequently it really ended. There was no more disturbances after that. I don't think it knows what's going on, and it's just in a constant state of panic, or that's how I felt. And when it attacks my grandma, I think we both had the same response. So we also feel it's panic, or it's like when you're drowning and you're desperately trying to cling on to life. It's that kind of sensation that and feelings that I was feeling. I'm not sure about grandma, but it feels like the same for her as well. For some reason, when I felt that, and then I differentiate myself from it, that's when I started to feel compassion for it. Because I literally was like, oh my gosh, if you are feeling this for your entire life, why you do this? I was like, why? It doesn't make sense. Then I think my feelings also transferred to it, and that's when something happened. I'm not sure what exactly happened, but that's when it lifted. I can feel it, like just like, like slowly just go to the, I don't know, the next stage or whatever. But you can feel the room getting lighter. When I woke up, I was like, oh, I think this is the end. Yeah, this is over. That's part one. The next part of the story is, my grandmother is old already, so it's coming to the end of her life. Sometime after that, I just woke up. So this is my first encounter with an entity that I know. It was around the same time also. And then that time I was sleeping in my brother's room. For some reason, I just woke up from my sleep. Just like that. I just woke up at that time. And I saw this white, glowy figure. But it doesn't have any distinct features. But the minute I saw it, oh, grandma, I could even feel what it was like feeling. So I knew that it was coming to see her favorite grandson, which is my elder brother. But then my elder brother is sleeping just beside me. He's not waking up. So, but I think it was great because like my grandma noticed me and I noticed her. So we had a short conversation. I was able to say my goodbye, and it was quite interesting because there's no words. Everything is like it's like direct transmission of like emotions, thoughts, and what. Yeah, I had a chance to say my goodbyes, say like resolve some issues with her, and she was able to do that too. It's a very different feeling. If it feels like the other spirit, the other entity is very dark and like a shadow. Then my grandmother is like the direct opposite. It's very glowy. It's like very not angelic, but the minute I saw her, oh, okay, this is someone who has passed peacefully. And then we said our goodbyes. Then she just went off. Then I went back to sleep. I didn't go and check in on her, cause I'm also still skeptical. So I was like, I better not make a of it. Then the next morning, true enough, father entered the room and like, oh my god, grandma is gone, grandma is passed. So that was my second experience. But because of these two experiences, I learned not to react so strongly when I encounter them, like as and when. I went to donate blood in the morning, so I guess I wasn't at my optimal health or something, so I was very tired. Then I just finished work, and all I wanted to do is just go home, sleep, because it was very late already, and this was at Beach Road. I don't always see, but I can smell. As I got to the main Beach Road, right, I saw a cab coming. Then I instantly smell something. I smell and I know there's something in front of me. But I was also very tired. So I was like, how about I just pretend that I don't know? Then I just go and get my cab and then we'll be done. Oh my gosh. The minute kind of not really wanting to disturb it, but I step onto it, right? Oh, the smell intensified. Oh my god, but like, if you think, like garbage juice, that smell, it times 10, then I could feel that like, oh no, I think I made a mistake. I think it's very angry. I started to run. I started to walk very fast.
So you were waiting for your cab.
I was going to hail a cab, then go back.
And then you smelled something.
Yeah.
But you don't know where it is because you can't see it.
It's in front of me.
You roughly know, you feel it's in front of you.
Yeah.
And you decide to ignore it and just walk straight.
Yeah, right into it to go and get my cab, because if I don't do it, I'll miss it.
Okay.
Oh,
Did it not occur to you to go around it, or you deliberately didn't want to acknowledge it?
There's no space to go around it. There's a fence, and then that's the opening, and the only way is through it.
Okay.
So but I stepped in it. The smell intensified, and I could feel like irritants or something. So oh no, okay, forget about cab. Let's walk away. So as I was walking briskly away, I can feel it following me. And then I was carrying my backpack. Then what I felt this. It feels like a long fingernail, and it scratched all the way from my back, through my backpack, to the like diagonally across my back. And then for the next few days, right, it's just you feel like you're half alive. It's like very drained. It's very unusual. Like that was my first experience of like, okay, they can get pissed off and they can do stuff to you too. And that's when I became more wary. So that place where I work, right, it's not a very clean place. I think all my colleagues have experienced, like they might be like cleaning up. Then you can sometimes, or I have definitely, like, you smell something very pungent, like something that is rotten in the sea. Then the funny thing is, this smell actually moves. Like the smell gets stronger and stronger, and then it fade away. Like you can feel it moving away. One of them was walking alone. Then he saw this dark entity, a shadow in the toilet. Just quickly finished his work and left. And then another one of my colleague was like, another one of my colleague can see. So she said, there's this uncle there, like, who comes by quite often. It's
Where's
like
this place at?
Kampong Glam.
Okay.
Yes, Kampong Glam.
All the shop houses?
Yes.
Is anyone here? What did you find? You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.